jump right into it. All right, so we're like a month past January 1st. So this is kind of when everybody who, if you set that New Year's resolution, it's probably dying now. I'm working at the gym. I do shifts on Sundays, and the number of people that show up is just dropping. So if you're one of those people, maybe this will help you. Maybe this is the video that you need, because a lot of times we set goals. We like to set goals. Setting goals is good. But sometimes we don't set proper goals. It's easy to set a goal, but it's not so easy to set a specific goal or a proper goal. And then sometimes you set yourself up for failure instead of setting yourself up for success. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about making SMART goals. When I say a SMART goal, I don't mean a more intelligent goal or a goal that's smart. I mean SMART as in specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound or time-restrained or timed. The T is a time word. It's kind of something that we use, trainers use when we're working with somebody to kind of come up with a proper goal for them. Let's kind of look into it. What does it mean? So let's start with the S. The S is specific. So it's easy for you to come up with a goal that's something like, let's say your goal is to exercise more, or your goal is to go to the gym, right? That's a good goal. That's probably what most of your goals are. Or it could even be, nutrition related. So it could be stop eating fast food. Those are goals. But the problem with that is they're not quite specific enough. Like you say you want to go to the gym. How about go to the gym at least 4 times a week? That's specific. Whereas just go to the gym, it's like, how do you know when you've achieved that goal? Like, you went to the gym once, does that count? You went to the gym twice, does that count? You went to the gym 7 days a week, is that it? If you say, okay, my goal is starting out to go to the gym 3 times a week. Now you've got a nice specific goal. That is much better than what you started with. M. M is measurable. How do you make a goal measurable? Like I said in the first one, specific, just go to the gym. How do you measure just going to the gym? Well, you need a number. That's where specific comes in, 3 times a week. And then how do you measure it? Well, the best way to measure it is do something like get a calendar. Check off each day that you went to the gym. Or schedule it out, like you're being very specific. So we're saying 3 times a week. Even that may not be specific enough. What if we say go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Now suddenly we're very specific. And you could look at your calendar and you could say, okay, Monday, did I go? Yes, check that off. Wednesday, did I go? Yes, check it off. And then that's how you measure it. This could be something else, like maybe your goal is to lose weight. That's your goal, lose weight. Okay, well, let's be specific. How much weight are you looking to lose? You're looking to lose 5 pounds. Okay, 5 pounds, no problem. Now we're specific. I want to lose 5 pounds. And then how do you measure that? Well, you have a scale. You can weigh yourself once a week and see how far you've come. Next is A. So we got the S and the M. Now the A. A is attainable. So it's something that needs to be attainable. Now let's say your goal is, you go in and you say, you know what? I want to be one of those guys in the YouTube videos who are at like the jungle gyms, and they're doing muscle ups, and they're doing aerobic style, or not aerobic, sorry, acrobatic style moves. They're in the air, they're doing plyometric push-ups. That's my goal. Well, maybe that's not really attainable right now. If you're somebody who's just getting started, that's not necessarily an attainable goal. So instead, let's break that down. So okay, you want to be the guy at the gym who's doing muscle ups outside. Well, the first thing you need to do is learn how to do a pull-up before you can do a muscle-up. Now, that's much more attainable. Do 10 pull-ups. Get to the point where you can do 10 pull-ups, because if you can't do 10 pull-ups, you can't do a muscle-up. I'll tell you that right now. So now we've got a better goal. So we've got a specific goal. Okay, my goal is to do 10 pull-ups. Is that specific? Yes, it's 10 pull-ups. Is it measurable? Yes, absolutely. You can just get up on the bar, do some pull-ups, see how many you can do. Is it 10? Yes, then you've achieved your goal. Is it attainable? Absolutely. Learning to do pull-ups is very attainable. For some people, it may take longer. Some people might be able to do a couple right away. But doing 10 pull-ups is definitely more attainable than what we started with. Next up is relevant. Let's break it down. Let's go to this. Okay, where our new goal is do 10 pull-ups, right? That's our new goal. So what's a relevant thing to do for that? Well, working on our cardio isn't necessarily going to achieve a pull-up. It will to an extent. The lighter you are, the easier it is to do pull-ups. But something that's more relevant would be like, okay, let's work my back every, twice a week. We'll do back work. We'll practice pull-ups. That's relevant. And then the last one, the T in SMART, is time-bound. Basically, that means give yourself a goal. So you say you want to do 10 pull-ups. Well, if you can do 0 pull-ups right now, then you might want to set that goal 2 months from now. So let's say I've got 2 months to learn how to do 10 pull-ups. That's a time-bound goal. And I'm going to work my back twice a week for 2 months. That's time-bound. Or let's say your goal is to run 10K. But let's say you're an overweight person, you're not very active, you don't run. You can't just say, what I'm going to do? I'm going to run 10K in a month. You're probably going to need maybe 6 months to run that 10K, maybe a year, depending on what you are. And then if that's your goal is to run 10K, great, but you might have to break that down. So I say something like, okay, your goal is to be the muscle up guy outside. Your goal is to run 10K, but you're a beginner. You can't even do a pull-up. So just because we say, okay, our goal now is to do 10 pull-ups, that doesn't mean we have to get rid of our goal to be the muscle up guy. No, absolutely. That can still be your goal. But by breaking these big overlying goals down into smaller attainable goals, then you're going to see progress and you're going to stay motivated. So let's say, okay, I want to run 10K. Awesome. Have you jogged before? Have you run a 5K before? Have you run a 1K before? If the answer is no, we got to break your goal down. So you want to run a 10K? All right. Well, let's start running a 1K without taking a break. Can you do that? Maybe that's your first real goal. Maybe it's going to take you a month to run 1K without taking a break. So is that a good goal? Is it a SMART goal? Let's see. Goal is run 1K. Specific. Run 1K without stopping, without having to take a rest. So usually the longer the goal is, the more specific it is. The title of the goal, run 1K constantly without a rest. Great. That's very specific. Is it measurable? Absolutely. You take out your phone, you measure your GPS, you see how far you ran, see how many breaks you took until those breaks equal 0, and the distance equals 1K. Bam. Now you've met your goal. Is it attainable? Absolutely. If you're somebody, if you can walk, if you can jog, then jogging a 1K is absolutely attainable. Relevant? Is it relevant to your overall goal? Yes, your overall goal is to run 10K. So, of course, running a 1K is very relevant to that. You've got to start with 1 before you can get to 10. And is it time-bound? Well, we're going to say, that depends on the person, but we'll say 1 month to start from nothing, like off the couch, and then to run, well, actually less than a month probably. We'll say 2 weeks to get off the couch and then run or jog 1 kilometer without taking a break. Then you break that down even more. It's like, how do I attain that 1K? Now you've got this 1K goal, but how do I attain that? Well, you jog 3 times a week. Go out and jog 3 times a week. That's, it's a SMART goal as well. Specific, jog 3 times a week. Measurable? Absolutely. Have I done it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, done it. Is it attainable? Of course it is. Is it relevant? And attainable also, it could be your schedule. Maybe you can't jog 3 times a week. Maybe you work 14-hour shifts every day except for the weekend. So then on the weekend, you got 2 days, so you can jog twice a week. Time bound, yes, you're going to do that for 2 weeks, which is when you should be able to hit that 1K. Now we've gone and we've taken a goal that is, a very good goal of running a 10K, but we've broken it down to a SMART goal. We've broken it down to small pieces that'll lead you up to your overlying goal. Just be healthy. That's the overlying goal. Now, is be healthy a SMART goal? No. It's a great goal. Everybody should aspire to be healthy. To break that down, we'd have to first decide, okay, what's making us unhealthy? Why are we not healthy? Well, I'm overweight and my blood pressure is high. Okay, well, let's break that down. So you need to lose some weight and you need to get your blood pressure under control. So the blood pressure, why is that high? Well, it's because of diet. Fast food 3 times a week right now. That's a poor diet. That's going to lead to high blood pressure. It's also going to lead to obesity. So what you say is, okay, I'm going to first cut out the fast food. Now, just cutting out the fast food is not a SMART goal either. It's just too general. So you have to really break it down. Okay, you know what? I'm eating fast food 3 times a week. For my first 2 weeks, I'm going to eat fast food once a week. You could even set a day. Every Friday, I will eat fast food, and for 2 weeks. So now, suddenly, you're cutting out these 2 horrible meals. You're only having 1. Hopefully, you're replacing those 2 horrible meals with healthy meals, but that could be the next step of your goal if you need it to be. But you're doing that. You're eating once a week. I'm going to have fast food. Okay, so that's specific now. You look at your week. Okay, did I only have fast food once a week? Yes. Was it Friday? Yes. Okay, we've met that. Is it measurable? Absolutely. You look at your calendar and you decide, have I done it once a week? Is it attainable? Absolutely. If you're having fast food 3 times a week, once a week is still attainable. Going cold turkey may not be attainable. If you're somebody who's addicted to fast food and you decide, I'm just going to cut it cold turkey, you're going to have a lot more trouble achieving that goal than just reducing the amount of fast food that you have. Much more attainable. Relevant? Absolutely. You want to get healthy, cutting out fast food is very relevant. Time bound, we're doing it for 2 weeks. So then what happens after those 2 weeks? Then you make a new goal. So now you say, okay, now I'm down to fast food once a week. Let's make another SMART goal. Let's say fast food once every 2 weeks. Do that for another 2 weeks. Also a SMART goal. It's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time bound. If there's anybody watching, if you have a goal and you're trying to decide how to make it SMART, just comment and we'll break it down. We'll turn it into a SMART goal for you. And if you comment after the video goes live, then I'll reply to your comment with a SMART version of your goal. Now, my goal right now I wanted to get really good at push-ups. I'm pretty good at push-ups, but by the summer, I want to be one of those guys who can get down, knock out 50 push-ups, no problem, with perfect form, look good, and then work on doing some plyo push-ups where I can get myself up in the air, get back to my medicine ball push-ups, things like that. That's one of my goals. So what did I do? I could have just said, okay, I'm going to do push-ups every day, but that's not quite specific enough. What I did was I actually joined a challenge, a push-up challenge with a bunch of other guys that I'm in a group with. And the push-up challenge is 200 push-ups a day for the first week. That was last week. So it was 200 push-ups a day. And it was, you don't do 200 push-ups back to back. Kind of break it all up. So is that a SMART goal? Well, the goal was, get good at push-ups. That's a horrible goal. But a SMART version of that is 200 push-ups a day. So what do? Okay, let's break it down. Specific. Is it specific? Yes. 200 push-ups a day. 5 days a week. Even more specific. Measurable. Absolutely. You count the number of your push-ups. I use an app called Rep Counter. So if I get down and I do a weird number, like I do 13 push-ups or something, just put it in my Rep Counter, and then it adds it up as I go until I reach my goal. Absolutely measurable. If you don't have an app, write it down on a piece of paper, whatever you got to do. Attainable, for me, 200 push-ups a day is attainable. For some people, it may not be. If you're new to push-ups, 200 a day, might be way too much. But I do a lot of push-ups anyway, so 200 a day is attainable for me. Relevant? Absolutely. I want to get good at push-ups. I want to get, doing like plyo push-ups. I want to do awesome push-ups. So doing 200 push-ups a day is very relevant. Now, this week, I'm on 300 push-ups a day. I've done 100 so far today, so I got 200 more to go. Time bound. The challenge is time bound in the sense that we have the first month where we start increasing the amount. So it's 200 first week, 300 second week, 400 third week, and then 500 on the fifth week. So for me, even though the challenge is ongoing, for me, my time bound portion of it is to do it for the full month to get up to that 500. And then I'll continue afterwards, but my first goal is to make it the full month and not miss any. So there we go, SMART goal. We've taken a goal that is very general of being good at push-ups, and we've broken it down to being SMART. And then that's it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Chris, thanks for chatting, man. And peace out. Talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.